Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today it's getting cold and the car's kind of going away for the winter, and I got a project that I wanted to do, but the project I'm sitting on right now, and all this stuff you see in front of me was in it, and that's how heavy this thing is. I'm about to show you. I had to take all this stuff out just to be able to lift it up. So let me show you what the project is. Here we go. Let's see if I don't blow my back out doing this. Oh! Yeah, there we go. There's the project. Let me run you through it. This is my grandfather's old Craftsman toolbox, and I don't know very much about it, so I'm going to be learning along with you. But when he passed away, he was a handyman. He was a mason. He was a firefighter. One of those kind of man's man who used to do kind of everything. He'd fix stuff. You'd give him a piece of string and a toothpick, and he could fix, your carburetor for you. I don't know how he did it, but I inherited this from him, full of tools, and I don't know much about it. I do know that he used this for a long time, and I just by kind of doing some cursory research, I found that these old style handles are an older style of Craftsman, although Craftsman used this same design for many, many years, especially into the 70s and later. So my plan is I want to restore this so that maybe someday I can give it to my son. Maybe if he's into cars someday, or if he just needs a toolbox. Hopefully he doesn't pack it full of all this heavy stuff. I mean, that's all. I had to pull out all this stuff just to lift it. That's how heavy this darn thing is. So multi-part thing. I'm going to take my time over the winter, and hopefully you'll kind of come along with me and do this. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But hey, this is what I've got. We've got some surface rust, but it needs some cleaning up. It could use some little TLCs. Okay, so let's do a quick tour around the outside to see kind of what we're working with. Got a little bit of surface rust here I got to clean up, but that's okay. It doesn't look like there's any holes, so I think we're all good there. Again, more surface rust on the sides. Yeah, more surface rust here. But otherwise, not too bad. I think that'll clean up okay. I don't see anything poking through. Let's work our way to the back. Again, this toolbox had probably to be sitting for 20 years by the time that I got it. And it was passed on to me. And it was right heavy with stuff. So this is stuff that was in the bottom tool box. You got to open this up to get these open. But these were in this bottom drawer here, and it was it's heavy as hell. So let's see what Grandpa had in his toolbox. And I know at one point in his career he worked at International, building old International trucks. Engines specifically, and these are old style, solid. This got to be a good 1.5 pound flywheel tool, clutch alignment tool, solid metal. There's a whole set of these. I mean, just good God, they're beefy. So that's some big stuff. There's a number of these in there. Not sure what they fit or how they fit, but well used for sure, and some beefy splines on those things. Just look at that. Very cool stuff. So at the bottom of this bin, let's take a peek. We have an old style screw driver, older screwdriver, various implements of some sort. Not exactly sure what that's all about. We've got, check it out. We've got an old Zippo lighter. Let's see if I can pull this. There we go. Grandfather was a smoker, is a 2-pack a day guy, so this is not surprising to see, although it looks in very good condition. No markings on it or anything, but it comes with the original box. That's kind of neat. Old nostalgia stuff. This is just cool, cool stuff. So we'll put that back in the drawer. Again, this was in the bottom of it, so I mean, I've got a old school hatchet, that was in here. Some hole saws, solid plate of steel, crowbar, old hammer. This is probably for driving something in very, very hard and manly. This looks like just a pound, you know, something to pound stuff in with. More crowbar. Got the old school, missing all of its teeth, pipe wrench here with some, looks like, got some junk on it, some epoxy of some sort. So I'm not sure exactly what that was about. Cutoff wheel looks more modern, less than the last 20 years anyway. Big wrench. A couple saws, a couple files, but a lot of old rusty tools that I'm sure Grandpa used. Oh, here we go, some old rivets. Here we go. Chicago rivets. Look at that. Okay, so let's keep exploring. This is kind of fun. This is, you know, walk down memory lane a little bit here. Oh, found all of Granddad's saw blades. Yeah, nothing super. Some of them are still usable. Those are still in decent shape. Let's keep her going here. Old, yeah, 50-foot tape. Okay. Chalk line. That's probably still good and still usable. Oh, pipe wrench with its teeth. Look at that. A couple masonry bits, which makes sense because he was a mason and he did some masonry back in the day. So that makes total sense. We got some plastic zip ties of sorts and a hand file. Very, very skinny rat tail file here. Let's see. Upper left drawer. We've got various drill bits. Some bigger guys too. Adjustable one. Look at that. Old school adjustable hole drill bit. That's kind of neat. Let's see what we got. Various nuts and bolts. Oh, of course. We've got a mini Zippo. This is actual Zippo. Yeah, flint is shot. It's alright. The action's still good on it though. Alright. Let's see what we got. Chisels apparently in this one, and these must be his specifically sized wrenches for whatever tool he was using. So that makes sense. These look like they're cheap steel that would go with a specific tool. I've got a holy bucket, a very worn, used chisel, wood handled. This looks like it is about 190,000 years old. An old compass, and it looks like a punch that's also been very well used. So Grandpa used his tools. He was not afraid to use them. Nothing in this one but a compass. Look at that. Handy. That was my grandfather's name. His name was Clarence, but his last name was Anderson, so everybody called him Andy. So I actually found a bunch of these tools with his name inscribed on them. So cool history. Masonry bit in there. Some Allen keys in this one, and it looks like a knife sharpening stone, probably to work on that chisel that was there. That's worn down very well. Looks like a hole punch. Probably for wood. That's very small and soft. Oh, tiny! Look at that! Look at that Allen key. Isn't that just adorable? It is tiny. Very tiny. Okay. Empty up top. Let's see. So yeah, these old school. This thing is heavy. Let me tell you, very, very heavy. Very. Ooh, that ain't. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but this thing is heavy. So let's see what we got in the old top here. So in the top, let's see. We've got various brass fittings. At one point, my grandfather did some home repair and handyman work. So this probably, these are probably for faucets and O-rings and gaskets and things for faucets. So it doesn't surprise me that he has a giant random collection of those as well. Put that off to the side for now. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Oh, the original instrucciones for this roller cabinet and tool chest. So this is going to help me take it apart, although it doesn't have a date. Sears, Roebuck and Company, Simpson Sears Limited. I would bet that this is probably 60s era stuff. So I'm going to put this very delicately over here because it doesn't look like that's going to last very long if you look at it funny. But let's just check out what he's got. This, I want to say, looks like an old school valve. If you know what this is, let me know. To me, it looks like a valve compressor for an engine. Again, he used to work for International, fixing old diesel trucks. But this, to me, I think this is right. I think this is a valve compressor, so it would compress the valve, and you'd be able to pull the springs out. Let's see, wire strippers. Almost looks like a homemade chisel there, but it might have been a punch at one point. Who knows? Oh, one of these old school tin cans. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the one where you have to move it along the edge and push it up to get the top off. There we go. Let's see. Oh, O-rings. Probably is just random O-rings. Okay, that's all right. So we'll put that over. Yeah. This is a handle to a two-handed tool. Holy, that looks mean and aggressive on a lot of levels, but that's a square drive of some sort, 2 sizes. And on this side, we've got, it looks like the other end of our spring compressor tool. Copper wire. Various, looks like, I guess, that's a weird drill bit. Not sure what that's for. If you know what this is for, just let me know. That'd be really helpful. Down in the comments, that'd be helpful. We've got another punch, and I don't know why we have these are solid metal. These are metal ball bearings. So I'm not sure why those are there or what those are for, but some other various drill bits up here. And it looks like he must have been putting up some curtains or something, because those are brackets. Those are little tiny brackets for curtains, modern day kind of pull drawstring curtains. And this is the cool part that I found earlier. Very faintly, you can read the letters Ray Coppoch, C-O-P-P-O-C-H, I think is the name. And if you go down here a little bit, you can see Snap-on Tools Corporation, and this must have been, so he had a user number of 2. Oh boy, that is tough. I want to say that's a 1227 is his. It must have been his number. So I don't know the vintage, but I did find at one point a while back a bunch of Snap-on tools that were here, and those were I put those kind of in my other toolbox, which is over here. So that was pretty neat. But it's got, and of course, it's got Andy inscribed. Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start disassembling the pieces, and I'll kind of get everything kind of laid out. But according to the slightly burned instructions that I found at the very top of the thing, which is very cool. Thank you, Grandpa, for keeping that for me. Will help me understand, because this drawer looks like we have a type of pull where we just kind of get a tool under there. You can kind of pull. Looks like there's a small hole here. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Hopefully it doesn't give me any trouble. There we go. Okay. So some of these slides are starting to stick a little bit, and these are, considering the age and how old this thing is, very possible that this is, the slides just need to be re-greased and everything. So I'm going to pull everything apart, but that was the simple way of doing it. There's the latch on the back, so when you close the lid, it locks, so it locks into place so you can't, open the drawer. And now I'm just going to start tearing things apart and kind of assessing what I've got. all done getting all the drawers out. And you can see here's the mechanism for locking the drawers. So you just close the lid. You can see them move up and down. I'm not sure how these slides, see if I can get a better picture of one. Not sure how these slides go in and out. I know how they go in and out, I just don't know how to get them off the track to try and pull them out. These are not ball bearings by any stretch of the imagination. As you can tell, they're just kind of sit in the groove, and it looks like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, found it. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Look at me, learning stuff every day. All right, so that is apparently how you, same deal as before. It is a little pull slide, or little pull here that you just stick your fingernail and get it out of there. Ah, perfect. All right, so surface rust on the bottom, not a huge deal. I can clean this up. What I think I'm going to do, so I took some photos of it first, so I kind of know the colors. I want to keep it pretty close to this gray color and red color, this trim here. You know, I'm going to see how I can pull those off. But this is kind of step one. You know, thanks a lot for sticking with me. Subscribe at the bottom. You know, I'm going to kind of take my sweet time doing this. Whoa. All right, it's already trying to attack me. So anyway, probably quitting time, and it's beer 30, as they say. So I'm going to continue working on this kind of slowly, bit by bit. Again, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it, and you know, hopefully you're watching from up there, Grandpa, and hopefully you dig it, and this will be passed on to the next generation. You never got to meet your great-grandson, Maxwell, but he's a pretty cool kid, so hopefully he'll really enjoy this. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Wait. Okay. Where'd it go? Because I think I figured it out. It's an old screwdriver, but I think I figured this out. Okay, so let me put this in I'll put it in a little cradle here. So it's all right. Okay, I think I figured this out. We're going to use Grandpa's old school hammer and Grandpa's old school chisel. And I think I figured this out because I found that these are, oh no, there goes a screwdriver. These are just pinch welded, or not pinch welded, they're just pinched here so that the slide does not kind of back off on you. But I bet, let's see, right? Yeah, she's coming. Ha-ha, success. Look at that. Comes right off. That's going to clean up real good. That's going to paint nice. All right, we got a great start.